Their tent was cut from the inside. Their bodies were scattered miles apart. In 1959, 9 hikers entered the Ural Mountains and never returned. Their deaths remain one of the strangest mysteries in modern history. This is the Dyatlov Pass incident. In January of 1959, a group of 10 students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, led by Igor Dyatlov, set out on a challenging winter expedition. All of them were seasoned hikers, well prepared for the harsh conditions of the Siberian wilderness. One member, Yuri Yudin, had to turn back early due to illness. He was the only one who would survive. The remaining 7 men and 2 women continued their journey, planning to reach Otorten Mountain. They were expected to send a telegram back home by February 12th. When that date came and went with no word, a search party was assembled. What they found was a scene of utter chaos and terror. On February 26th, the search team discovered the group's abandoned tent on the slopes of a mountain ominously named Kholat Syakhl, which translates to Dead Mountain in the local Mansi language. The first thing they noticed was that the tent had been sliced open from the inside. It seemed the hikers had been in such a desperate hurry to escape that they couldn't even pause to untie the entrance. Outside the tent, a trail of footprints led down the snowy slope. What was bizarre was that many of these footprints were made by people who were barefoot, or wearing only socks, in temperatures that plunged to -30 degrees Celsius. About a mile away, under a large cedar tree, the searchers found the first 2 bodies, Yuri Krivonishenko and Yuri Doroshenko. They were dressed only in their underwear. Their hands were burned, and the branches of the cedar tree above them were broken up to 5 meters high, suggesting someone had frantically tried to climb it, perhaps to get a better view or escape from something. A small makeshift fire had been lit nearby. It seemed they had died of hypothermia. A short distance away, 3 more bodies were found, including that of the group's leader, Igor Dyatlov. They were positioned as if they were trying to return to the tent. Dyatlov was found clutching a small birch branch, his other hand raised as if to shield his face. The other 2, Zina Kolmogorova and Rustem Slobodin, also appeared to have succumbed to the freezing temperatures. Slobodin had a minor fracture in his skull, but at this point, the official cause of death for all 5 was listed as hypothermia. It was a tragic accident, but not entirely unexplainable, or so it seemed. The real mystery began 2 months later, in May, when the snow started to melt. The remaining 4 hikers were discovered buried in a ravine, about 75 meters from the cedar tree, and their injuries were horrifying. Nicholas Thibault-Brignoles had a severe skull fracture. Ludmila Dubinina and Semyon Zolotaryev had massive chest trauma with multiple broken ribs. A doctor who examined them compared the force of their injuries to that of a high-speed car crash. But here's the truly baffling part. There were no external signs of a struggle, no bruises, no soft tissue damage. It was as if they had been crushed by an immense, invisible force. To make things even stranger, Dubinina was missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her lip. Zolotaryev was also missing his eyes. The initial investigation was stumped. The official conclusion was that the hikers died from a compelling natural force. The case was abruptly closed, and the files were classified, fueling decades of speculation and conspiracy theories. What could have caused 9 experienced hikers to flee their tent in the middle of the night, half-dressed, into a deadly blizzard? And what inflicted those catastrophic, yet strangely clean, injuries? Let's dive into some of the theories, starting with the most plausible. The first one is an avalanche. The idea is that a slab avalanche, a type of avalanche where a large plate of snow slides down, could have hit the tent. The sound of the snow cracking or the initial impact might have sent the group into a panic, causing them to cut their way out and run. The weight of the snow could have also caused the severe internal injuries found on the last 4 hikers. It explains the panic and the need to escape quickly. However, there are problems with this theory. Investigators at the scene found no definitive evidence of an avalanche. The tent was on a relatively gentle slope, not typical avalanche terrain. Plus, some of the footprints were seen walking calmly away from the tent, not just running in a blind panic. And why would they run so far from their only source of shelter and warmth? Recent studies have suggested that a specific type of delayed slab avalanche could have been possible under the unique conditions that night, but many experts remain unconvinced. Okay, so if it wasn't an avalanche, what else could it be? This brings us to a more sinister theory, a secret military weapons test. In the Cold War era, The Ural Mountains were a hub of Soviet military activity. Some believe the hikers stumbled upon a secret test of a parachute mine or a concussive weapon. This could explain the powerful, yet non-penetrating, injuries. It might also explain why some of their clothes were found to have low levels of radiation. This theory suggests the hikers were either directly hit by a blast wave or were forced to flee by soldiers who then cleaned up the scene to protect state secrets. This would also explain why the case was so quickly classified and shut down by the authorities. The missing tongues and eyes? Scavenging animals could be the simple, grim explanation for that. But again, there is no concrete evidence of a military presence or a weapons test in that area at that exact time. It remains a compelling but unproven hypothesis. Now, let's get into the truly strange stuff. One of the most persistent and out there theories involves something that's not of this world. UFOs. That's right, some people believe aliens are responsible. This theory gained traction because another group of hikers, camping about 30 miles south, reported seeing strange orange spheres or lights in the sky on the night of the incident. The lead investigator, Lev Ivanov, later claimed in a 1990 interview that he was ordered by high-level officials to close the case and that he personally believed these bright flying spheres were connected to the deaths. Is it possible the hikers witnessed something they weren't supposed to see and it caused them to panic and flee? The most disturbing clue was this photo, a shadowy figure standing between the trees. Not a teammate, not a rescuer. Someone else was there. And the real question is, who or what was watching them? So what are we left with? An avalanche that left no trace? A secret military weapon with no record? Or an encounter with the unknown? Each theory explains some parts of the puzzle, but leaves other questions unanswered. Why were they barefoot? What caused the radiation? What was the compelling natural force mentioned in the official report? The mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident is a perfect storm of strange clues, conflicting evidence, and a deep-seated feeling that something is just not right. It's a story that sticks with you, a chilling reminder that there are still corners of our world where the unexplained reigns supreme. For over 60 years, people have been trying to solve this puzzle, and yet, the truth remains buried in the snows of Dead Mountain. The more you dig, the deeper the mystery gets. What do you think happened to the 9 hikers? Was it a natural disaster, a government cover-up, or something far more bizarre? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by mysteries that defy explanation, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We dive into stories like this all the time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.